Hey, welcome back once again, everybody. I am going to be doing a little bit of work on the Z today. Another mod, if you will. It's something that I don't usually do, but a couple buddies have been bugging me about it, so I thought, you know what the hell, I'll purchase it and I'll see how it turns out. And what I purchased is, by the title, I'm sure you are aware, just like a universal wiper delete. And what it is, it's just like a O-ring sit in those two channels and they press against the body of the car. And of course you tighten it down with this nut and this stud that you do have to thread in. It's a very simple, easy setup. And it comes with two O-rings. I'll put the link in the description for you. This was like 20 bucks, I think. And super simple install. So let's get to it. All right, first step is getting the hatch up. Some of you it'll be difficult because your hatch struts are blown. It's a super common thing with these cars. Mine are weak, but they're holding. So the first thing is I'm gonna get my plastic pry bar tool, and this is just held on with a series of nuts. So I'm gonna go ahead and pry this out. So that's what I'm doing. I just put this one in first, used it as kind of a wedge just to open this gap up. And I'm using my larger one just to slide across and pop them, and it seems to be working really well. So if you're having trouble, try this. All right, there she is. This dropped down as soon as I pop this last one over here. I see the three middle ones are broken. I don't think that was me, because as soon as I popped this one, this whole thing fell. So obviously you want to be careful. I'm going to see if I can order that up. One little clip is left in there, so I'm going to try and get that one. But overall, it's intact, so I'm happy. All right, next step, get yourself a little pry tool and just pry this cover up here to access the bolt down here that looks like a 12 mil. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 12 mil. Okay, once you get the bolt off, it doesn't come off real easy like some of them do. So I just took my hand, pried it up so it didn't touch the paint, and just twisted it around probably 4 or 5 times, and it finally just popped off. And then down here, because Nissan, it switched to a 10 mil. So we're gonna take this thing off, looks brand new. Unplug it and just zip it over here somewhere so it's out of the way, not hanging and dangling, and get her done. So should take 2 minutes. Ta-da, she's out. Little trick, if you put the nut back on this shaft, it'll bring the rubber boot with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the wiper delete plug. Don't forget to clean the area, just so you don't wanna be, putting this down on some gravel or grit. There was dirt under here and I didn't wanna scratch the car, and I wanted the O-ring to seal correctly. So I put it down, just made sure everything was seated correctly. I'm going to lift the hatch and finish the process. That's what the bottom looks like. And this piece just slides over top of it with the other O-ring to seal on this side. So it has 2 seals, which is great. And then this nut. So I'm gonna see what size this one is. All right, she's done. It was a little bit tricky because that's a nylon bolt. So, sometimes it's tricky to get it on. It's to prevent it from backing off. So while you're tightening that, you have to make sure that I apologize, guys, my phone shut off. But you have to put pressure on this here. And you don't want to tighten it too much, because you're going to start distorting the metal, because it's kind of sandwiching between it. And mine's tight. And I think I'm just starting to distort the metal, but I don't want any moisture to go in. It's not enough to like damage it or for someone to notice, especially when the hatch is like that. So just be careful and use your own judgment there. But as you can see, it's not really distorted, it's just starting to. So I got it nice and tight. I'm actually gonna leave my panel off and supervise how much water gets in here, if any. It shouldn't, because what I did is I greased both O-rings. Two things: to keep them fresh for longer, because they're gonna bake in the sun, right? That one's gonna be baking in the sun, and it's gonna see all the elements. And this one's gonna get hot and cold, so if you put grease on it, it just helps the O-ring be healthier longer. and it'll seal out the water better. So that's what I did. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Check out other videos on the channel and like and subscribe. So yeah, there's hardly any distortion in there, so that's good. But anyway, that's the wiper delete on the 350Z or Fairlady Z. All right, everybody, peace.